In the market that we operate in, the small and medium-sized enterprise market, the bank is not lending to the business. The business doesn't exist. In the small and medium-sized market enterprise, it's you. You are the business. So the bank is going to be looking at you as an individual, what your skill sets are. So you've got to think when you're putting your proposals together, how do I come across? How do I come across to individuals? So what we're looking at here, the bank is going to take a number, about 3 things that they're going to look for. The first thing they look for is your skill set. So they're going to expect you to either have a full complement of skills, or if you haven't, what steps have you taken to fill the gaps? By outsourcing your social media, for example, by bringing an HR person in one day a month if you've got numbers of staff, etc. So they're going to be looking at your skill set. Have you got a full complement? The other thing they're going to be looking at is your level of commitment, your commitment. Now, what does your commitment look like? It is not the number of hours that you are working. That is irrelevant. The bank doesn't give a bug about that. Their commitment comes in one of 2 things. Number 1, the amount of cash you're putting on the table. The amount of cash you are putting on the table. We've talked this sort of percentages quite a lot yesterday. Typically, for a buy-to-let, you're going to have at least 15% down on the table. For a commercial mortgage, if you're looking to buy a commercial premises, then you've got to find a bit more. Banks see it as high at risk. A high street bank will say that you need a deposit of 40%. They're going to be looking for 60% to lend. You've got to come up with 40. I know lenders that will go up to about 75% on the commercial side. These are not high street lenders, but they will give you a bit more. So if you're going to a bank with a no money down deal, for the majority of banks it doesn't work. You have to have some skin in the game here. You have to have something to lose. And the other thing that the banks will look for then is your integrity and honesty. Now, how on earth do you measure that? Well, there's a lot of it here, gut feeling. I supported, during my time behind the desk, I supported many business owners who on paper didn't really justify it. But I believed in them as an individual, because they came across well as understanding the market. I could take a punt. That's harder these days to do that. But you've got to come look, say, does my integrity and honesty come across? So those are the key things that the bank are looking for from you, because you are the one who will make or break this deal. The bank is looking at you for trust. How many of you here have ever lent a car or something precious to one of your friends? Anybody here? Yeah? What was the key thing that you looked for? Trust. Yeah? So if you look at an individual before you hand over the keys to your most precious possession, then the banks will do exactly the same. So you've got to think, how do I come across to the bank? Do I come across as a trustworthy individual? And that's what you've got to be looking for in this day. That's the key to getting the bank to say yes, is to make sure that you are a person of integrity and a person of honesty and a person of trust. Because just remember, trust is like a mirror. Once it's broken, it can never be repaired.